Backcross breeding is a system of breeding in which repeated backcrosses are made to transfer a specific character to a well-adapted variety. For its deficient is called the backcross breeding. In this breeding, the objective of the breeder is to keep the genotype of cultivar intact and improve it genetically by incorporating the gene from the other undesirable variety. The rationale of the backcross breeding is to replace a specific undesirable gene with a desirable alternate gene, which preserving all other qualities like adaptation, productivity of an adapted cultivar or the breeding line. This is the actually this is a type of recurrent hybridization in which one parent is designated as the recurrent parent and the other parent is the donor parent. In this case, first cross is made as usual variety A cross with variety B and get the F1 plants. Then after getting the F1 plant, we cross this F1 plant with the recurrent parent. The number of back crosses can vary from the 4 to 8 until the breeder is sure that he has got the incorporated desired gene in the new line. So, this method is commonly used for transfer of monogenic or the oligogenic traits rather than the polygenic traits. It's more successful when the character has high heritability. Normally, oligogenic traits have high heritability than the polygenic traits. The parent which receive a desirable character is called the recipient parent, and the parent it is repeatedly used in the backcross method, hence called the recurrent parent. Recipient parent is also known as the recurrent parent, while the donor parent is the non-recurrent parent. Basic requirements. One is recurrent parent, second is non-recurrent parent, and third one is the heritability of the traits which we want to transfer and dominant gene for the resistance. There is also the case we studied about the recessive gene for the resistance. Disadvantage. It involves a lot of crossing work, 6 to 8 back crossing. Sometimes undesirable character is tightly linked with a desirable one which also transfer to the new variety. Like if we transfer the resistance along this resistance, we also insert the some fungal problem or the some yield reductional traits or some uh, quality distortion traits. No yield increase, sometime the mere incorporation of quality traits or disease resistant transfer of dominant gene. Transfer of quantitative trait is difficult due to the low heritability. So this is the schematic diagram in which first one is the original grass in which we have the two cultivars, one is disease resistance and one is the adopted one cultivar. Actually we want to transfer this resistance gene into this our adopted cultivar which is the high yielded and adopted in our area very well. Firstly we have to cross this F and get the F1 which is capital R small r. In this, the 50% genes are this disease resistance cultivar and the 50% genes are this one. In this gene, this is the dominant gene, and here the 50% transfer is enough for us because the dominant genes show their dominance rather than their uh, alternate part or the counterpart recessive allele. A dominant is always dominant on the recessive one. So after the 50% genes is resulted from A, but we get this the almost 99.9% of the genes of this variety A into this. So far, we done the back cross with this kept small r of the F1 plant. Capital R small r back cross with small r small r. We get the back cross 1 capital R small r small r small r. Among this is the 50% is already transferred. Then further from the here, the 25% from here and 25% here is further transferred. So the total makeup of this cultivar is the 75% into this. And after the backcross one, we select again this one capital R small r plant and backcross with our recurrent parent or the recipient parent. After backcross 2, we get the backcross 2 result BC2 and the genes of this recipient parent F is 87.5% resulted. Then backcross 3, backcross 4, backcross 5. Almost up to backcross 5. We self this plant capital R small r and get the capital R 2 capital R small r and 1 small r small r. This gene small capital R is selected for further cultivation, for further testing, and this gene consists of the 99% of our recipient parent data. But as I already discussed, when our the gene is controlling by our the recessive, whenever the trait is controlled by the recessive allele, so how we select the plant? As I explained this in previous class, so anyone know about this? Anyone remember this one? If gene of resistance is smaller, then how to backcross? I think in your notes this is not available. So how to done the backcross in this case? Anyone know? As I already explained this one in previous class. If anyone know, let me know. No one? So our if disease resistance is controlled by the recessive gene. So which one parent is our recurrent and which one parent is our non-recurrent parent? Anyone tell me?
Sir, small r is a recurrent parent, and capital R is non-recurrent parent.
And which one is donor parent?
Sir, capital R is donor parent.
Capital R is donor parent. Are you sure?
Sir, I can't listen clearly your question.
Which one is donor parent?
Sir, kindly repeat the question. The first question, sir.
Which one is donor parent in case of small r, or the disease resistance is carried by recessive gene? Which one is the donor parent and which one is the non-donor parent?
Sir, I can't understand clearly. Sir, kindly
Donor
explain
parent
it
is the
again, please.
donor parent is the parent which donate the gene for the resistance. Donor parent is the parent which donate their gene for specific trait. Either we are talking about disease resistance, either we are talking about the insect resistance, or either we are talking about the resistance against the water or the other abiotic stress. This backcross breeding is generally designated or the designed for the resistance breeding or the stress breeding. So the donor parent is the parent who donate their gene against some stress, against some disease, or against the our studied or the interested traits. In case of this one, the small r is the donor parent. Capital R is recipient parent. And uh, capital R is also recurrent parent.
सर वो मैंने क्वेश्चन सही से नहीं सुना था। सर अब मुझे कंफर्म हुआ कि कैपिटल आर इज रिकरेंट पेरेंट। सर मैं अपने टॉपिक के अकॉर्डिंग जो है वो स्मॉल आर समझ रहा।
Yeah, but actually we are discussing this another case. So
सर वो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन नहीं सुना था क्लियरली आपका।
it's okay. Capital R, crossway, small r. Here the most important thing is the capital R parent is capital R parent is our recurrent parent. In this capital R, the only problem is this plant is susceptible to some kind of disease, while this plant is best yielded, best adopted in all areas. So we are just here to transfer the resistance in this parent, and the resistance source is small r. So when we insert, when we cross this plant, this is the capital R, small r, F1, 50% genes are transferred. But here is the now this plant is not our need, because we need the small r plant, recessive plant. But in this case, capital R and small r, capital R is dominant to small r, and plant again shows susceptibility due to the presence of this dominant gene. Because in this case, our disease is controlled with the recessive gene, not the dominant gene. If plant have the dominant gene, the disease occurred in that plant. अगर प्लांट में डोमिनेट जीन मौजूद होगा तो उस प्लांट पे डिजीज आएगी, अगर प्लांट में रिसेसिव जीन होगा प्लांट पे डिजीज नहीं आएगी। अगर हम F1 की बात करते हैं तो उसमें डोमिनेट जीन प्रेजेंट है, जो डोमिनेट है स्मॉल आर पे, रिसेसिव जीन पे, तो ये जो F1 प्लांट है ये सारी की सारी ससेप्टिबल होगी, डिजीज के अगेंस्ट रेजिस्टेंस नहीं होगी, ऑल दो इसमें 50% जीन जो है वो प्रेजेंट है. So overcoming this problem, we have to self this F1 plant, F1 cross with F1. I already told you this is the very important case. Please concentrate on this case very specially. कैपिटल आर स्मॉल आर क्रॉस किया, कैपिटल आर स्मॉल आर, सेल्फिंग कर रहे हैं हम लोग. सेल्फिंग क्यों कर रहे हैं? क्योंकि हमें पता नहीं है कि कौन से प्लांट में, क्योंकि जो हमारे पास F1 आई है वो सारी की सारी ससेप्टिबल आई है. हम रेजिस्टेंस प्लांट को ढूंढना चाह रहे हैं ताकि उसको हम अपने रिकरेंट पेरेंट के साथ बैक क्रॉस करवा के रिकरेंट पेरेंट वाले जो फीचर्स हैं वो लेके आ सके. इसके रिजल्ट में क्या आएगा? कैपिटल आर आएगा, कैपिटल आर आएगा, कैपिटल आर आएगा, स्मॉल आर आएगा और स्मॉल आर आएगा, स्मॉल आर आएगा. अब इसमें कैपिटल आर और कैपिटल आर स्मॉल आर बोथ आर, ये जो बोथ सेंटेंस, ये जो बोथ प्लांट टाइप्स हैं ये दोनों ससेप्टिबल्स हैं. rather than this plant is the resistance one. We are using this small r for the back crossing. Small r cross with our recurrent parent which is capital R, capital R. Again we get this capital R, small r with 75% transfer. But again these plants are also susceptible. Again these plants are again susceptible. So we again the self this plant and get smaller. Move towards further back cross with the process of selfing. You have to explain these things with a schematic diagram like in our previous back cross method. So at the end, when we are sure that this capital R small r case have the 99% transferred genes, we just self and pick smaller plant for releasing as a variety. So our next method is breeding clonally propagated or the vegetative propagated crops. Anyone know about what is clone? Breeding clonally propagated crops. Actually, a clone is vegetatively propagated population of a genetically identical plants. It's mean एक ऐसा प्लांट जो जेनेटिकली आइडेंटिकल हो अपने पेरेंट्स से, उसको आप क्लोन कहते हैं. क्लोन एक जो क्लोन होता है वो आइडेंटिकल होता है अपने पेरेंट्स से जिससे वो क्लोन बना होता है. Like if we use the a cell of your any classmate and we make a clone from this cell. A cell means a tip of your finger skin or your hair or your nail, and we make an entire clone which is similar to your appearance, similar to your genetic makeup, same blood group, same DNA, everything is similar to you. This is the clone. Uh, and this is possible. This is not only talk about clone. This is also possible in humans, in animals, and already done by USA. But due to some ethical issues, the human cloning is banned in the world now. And I think there is an English movie on the clone, a very interesting movie. So in asexual propagated species, the individual genotypes are propagated as the clones. Clonal propagation, it may be practices with the species that produce the seeds properly or the produce seeds only under the special conditions, like the sugarcane, potatoes. Oh, sorry, this is poorly. Actually, we done this clonally propagated in those crops which are difficult to produce the flower or flower may not flower, and sometimes flowered in a special condition like sugarcane is only flowered in very cold region. Potato flower in hot regions. For potatoes is also preferred some area for the flowering. Their breeding procedure include the germplasm assembly and maintenance. First of all, we collect a lot of germplasm or a lot of varieties of these crops. Then we select the best clonal from natural induced variants. Then we propagate uh, the best one cultivar among this germplasm assembly. The common procedure is we cross the two clones A and B, grow the 10,000 F1 seedling plants. Then we select the 1,000 vigorous plant and propagate vegetatively. After these vegetatively propagated 1,000, we select from these 1,000 only the 100 superior clones. And among these 100, we after these 100 we select the best plant and grow the two different locations for the locational trial or checking their adaptability, how they adapt to the new environment. After this, we goes toward the yield trials and the variety registrations. The advantage is the of something that genetically identical to their parents. Only one parent is required, which eliminates the need of pollination. This is faster. This helps the organism to increase in number at a very rapid rate. Seedless varieties of fruit also result of this vegetative propagation. But there is also a disadvantage when a plant loses their vigor. There is no genetic variation. They are more prone to disease because when the disease is come on a single plant, all plants are identical to each other throughout their genetic makeup. So all plants are young at a time. This is about the colonially propagated crops. So I think today's this is okay. One important thing is in our next or the upcoming Monday class,